Minister, currently County Roscommon has no provision for an apprenticeship sector. In the space of 3 years, your new Department of Further and Higher Education, Research, Innovation and Science has led on significant achievements, and we can see landmark changes with a new Research and Innovation Ireland funding agency and your focus on apprenticeships. At the Education Committee just recently, officials stated an increase of 26,000 people doing apprenticeships here in Ireland. Minister, we need to see access to apprenticeship programmes for people in towns and villages across Ireland. School leavers or career changers could take up to any of 70 courses that currently are on offer: auctioneering, biomedicine, farm management, as well as traditional crafts and trades. Minister, there's such a demand. You can speak to anyone. They'll say they can't find tradespeople, they can't find carpenters, they can't find electricians, and we've really long wait times in Roscommon for retrofitting and the Warmer Home Scheme. Students here can do NFQ level 5, 6 to degree or postgrad level, and it brings employment jobs to local areas, Minister. Galway Roscommon Education Training Board, GRETB, have submitted a proposal to purchase a 2.5-acre site in the heart of Roscommon town. They've submitted this to SOLAS, the national agency managing further education and training. It's a fantastic site in the middle of Roscommon town, close to Main Street, bus and train access, potential for 4 to 5 workshops. Minister, this is an incredible opportunity to deliver world-class apprenticeship training centres in County Roscommon. It takes in larger catchment areas in counties, surrounding counties as well. A centre which can link with business and enterprise in the local area, which it can increase the potential of Roscommon as a location for enterprise and to create local employment. It can link with universities, the TUS in Athlone. And Minister, I suppose here today, we are asking you, there is a gap in apprenticeship in County Roscommon. We need to see investment in this region, and I look forward to working with you to progress this project. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Look, I'm really delighted to be here today to take this important commencement matter from Senator Aisling Dolan and Senator Eugene Murphy, and I want to thank you for tabling, and I want to thank you for working together on what is a really, really important issue. I think it's been well acknowledged that the government's ambition for apprenticeship and for further education and training is well known. I think it's well recognised. Only today we've seen figures that show there's an 8% increase in the number of apprentices in Ireland this year compared to last year. I believe we're about a year ahead of our target in terms of getting 10,000 new apprentices each year registered by 2025. And we need to do this because we published a National Skills Bulletin today, and it shows where there's acute shortages. I mean, this is a success in one way of full employment, but when you have full employment, it's so important that we start directing and supporting people to go into training, skills and education where we need them. We can talk till the cows come home in this chamber or the other about the need to build homes. We're not going to build them. We need people to take up those skills. We need people to take up those apprenticeships. Similarly on the green skills agenda, on the climate agenda. So apprenticeships is no longer a nice to do thing from a policy point of view. It is absolutely crucial and fundamental to meeting the skills needs of our country and to providing pathways, different ways of learning, because we don't all learn in the same way, and tertiary education needs to be flexible and agile in relation to this. So key to this is building a strong and effective national apprenticeship system and ensuring that our further education and training sector realises its full potential. This is absolutely essential if we're to deliver on key national strategies. I do believe the far-reaching decision to establish my own department 3 years ago with a strong mandate to focus in particular on apprenticeships, further education and training, integrated tertiary policy was a key milestone in recognising their crucial role. Apprenticeships and further education and training are two signature examples of that approach being adopted and being delivered now in practice through our action plan on apprenticeships, through setting public sector targets for apprentices, for actually providing financial assistance to help businesses, particularly small and medium businesses, take on an apprentice as well. And one strong conclusion that draws from the 3 years I've had the privilege of being Minister is that the ground has now shifted significantly in terms of the very positive perception and positioning of apprenticeships and further education and training among students, learners, their families, employers, and in our wider communities, that we're actually having this conversation in the Shannon today where Roscommon saying we'd like one too. Why don't we have an apprenticeship centre in our town? We don't want to be left out. We don't want to be left behind. We have these skills needs as well. And this is very heartening, and it reinforces my conviction that we're on the right path and we're doing the right things. As you know, the Galway Roscommon Education and Training Board Training Centre based in Galway has been training apprentices since it opened way back in 1969. Currently it has 8 workshops, and to meet demand the centre has a continuous year-round intake for electrical apprentices. GRETB will add a further 9 electrical workshops over the next 6 to 9 months as it fits out that adjacent building. The first 4 of these will have apprentices in place at the start of 2024, and remaining workshops will come on stream in the following 4 months. In regard to a ETB Training Centre for County Roscommon, I can inform the Senators that GRETB has now submitted a business case to Solas in respect to the purchase of a property in Roscommon for the purpose of providing new apprenticeship capacity. Added to this is also the added benefit that they could consolidate existing further education and training provision from other parts of County Roscommon. Solas are now appraising the submission against a number of requirements, including our national apprenticeship requirements, climate action focused, and the public spending code. Solas have now met with the ETB to discuss the proposal in further detail, and when this process has been fully completed, it will be submitted to my department with a recommendation from Solas, and my department will then review it. But let me say this very clearly. I think this proposal has real merit. I'm excited about this proposal. We need more construction workers. More construction workers means more houses. We need more apprentices, but we also need to make apprenticeships easier to take up, and that means they have to be local, it means they have to be accessible, and it means it needs to play its full role in terms of regional and rural development. And in my view, this proposal ticks all of those boxes. We do not need any area of the country without apprenticeship provision. I have no intention of leaving County Roscommon behind. I want to work with the Senators to fill this gap, and I look forward to visiting County Roscommon to discuss this further.
Thank you, Minister. Senators, I'll give you 30 seconds each.
Thank you, Minister. Thank you so much. This is really positive progress here. It's really important to see that this business case is completed. And of course, you are very welcome, along with officials from Solas, to come to Roscommon Town to meet with GRETB, to meet with local representatives that really will fight this case. Minister, do not forget, Roscommon, the county, is within the just transition area. We've seen huge impact around just transition. We've seen the loss of jobs in Lanesborough, in Shannonbridge. We need to see this centre. We need to see jobs in County Roscommon, and we need your support for this to move forward. Thank you.
Thanks very much to Senator Dolan. Thanks very much to Senator Murphy. So Solas are now working very closely with the ETB. They have met the ETB. Solas will then send a recommendation to my department. But what I am saying clearly here on the floor of Shannon is that I'm very positively disposed towards this, as is my department. I take the point Senator Dolan makes about the just transition area. I think that further adds to the compelling case in relation to this project. And I too join with Senator Murphy in acknowledging the leadership of David Leahy. I know he was here in Leinster House recently, and I'm sorry that I missed him, but I really want to praise GRETB for their leadership. We're talking about the Roscommon project today, very happy too, but as I also said in my early answer, we know they're also expanding their provision in Galway. So this is an ETB that's up for it, that's up for the challenge, and that is playing its part in helping Ireland meet its national objectives. If we're serious, and I'm deadly serious, about apprenticeships, we need to make it as easy as possible for apprentices to take it up, and as easy as possible for businesses to get involved. And I think that means having local provision, so people don't have to travel long distances, and also local provision so employers can engage directly. And I look forward to working with Senator Dolan and Senator Murphy on this. Thank you.
Thanks very much.